quick sound check before we get on the way. All right, quick sound check before we get. Sounds like we are good. Let me pull up my checklist here. There we go. Oh, I forgot my drink. That's okay. I can always get up after a couple of deaths and kind of go from there. Anyway, welcome back. We're on part 27 of the Elden Ring walkthrough in an attempt to raise some funds for the wife to be able to get out to New York City. Um, she has a once in a lifetime opportunity with her choir, the Morris Park Singers, to perform in January at the legendary Carnegie Hall. And that's the good news. The bad news is that they don't have financial backing to get out there, and the financial burden can get kind of heavy, so that's where I come in. I'm playing through Elden Ring in order to raise some funds for her, hopefully be able to take care of a good portion of that financial burden for her, so that way she can just get out, enjoy the experience, and come home with all the stories in the world. Because I won't be able to go out. It's too expensive at this point. So I just want to be able to get her out there, so that way she can have a good time and have memories that last her for the rest of her life. So if you can donate, that is wonderful. But if you can't, do not feel bad. There's no obligation to. If you feel like you want to be able to help, but you don't feel the want to donate, maybe share the stream with somebody else that might be able to or might want to donate, and kind of go from there. And they can do the same thing. Like I said, no obligation, no no need to feel guilty for not donating. This is just purely for fun. So, with that being said, you'll notice we are in a very peculiar area. The Lake of Rot is very unique in the fact that everywhere you step in here is going to be deadly. I have... Oh, I forgot to... I will need that. I have my Flame Cleanse Me spell ready to go to take out the Scarlet Rot if need be. What do you mean, if need be? We are definitely going to have to be using that to take out Scarlet Rot. But before we do any of that, we need to go back over ground. And we need to go visit the chambers of Renala. There is an item in here that we will need to be able to advance this quest line. Dark Moon Ring. Ring depicting a leaden full moon, symbolic of a cold oath. The ring is supposed to be given by Lunar Princess Rani to her consort. Rani is an Empyrean, meaning her consort would by rights earn the title of Lord. A warning is engraved within. Whoever thou mayest be, take not the ring from this place. The solitude beyond the night is better mine alone. All right. Now that we got that, we're going to be doing some setup first. So back to the Lake of Rot shoreside. Like I said, every place down here is Scarlet Rot. There's a good chance that there will be a great many deaths in this episode, so you will have the opportunity to laugh at my misfortune at a great amount. Also, from this point forward, any deaths that I incur will come with a monetary fee. That fee will be added up and donated at the end of the month to the wife's GoFundMe, and we'll just kind of go from there. Every death is going to cost me $2.50. So I need to actually start a tally. Let me get my notepad out here. Death tally. Woohoo! There we go. Ooh, man. Got some heartburn from that curry earlier, man. Ooby dooby. All right, let's go. Oh, crap. And you're beefy. I don't want you following me. So you can stay over there. Thank you very much. And let's get a good head start so that way we don't... Okay. Oh yeah, I have that up. We're going to be finding a piece of armor here that might actually benefit us just a touch more in this area. Looks like the next little area we want to hit up is that platform to that platform to that one, and then across there. So jump across. I think for now we'll take that off so that way there's a... Oh, I only took one that time. It's probably because I didn't have my staff up. And I'll leave across here. I don't want them following me around. That would be silly. Here we go again. Oops. Look at how much life that takes off, just getting inflicted with that. Okay. We're going to catch Scarlet Rot going across there no matter what we do. So let's just go ahead and go whoop. Let's do that. Crank that up. There was another, yeah, there's a deal over there that we can raise up as well, but as long as we're up here, might as well go after this little Alabaster Lord as we speak. So there he is. Let's see how much trouble he gives me. Not much. And we got a refill. So we got a sword out of that, and oh, there is something up here. That's okay. Somber 9. Excellent. Anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Anything behind this pillar? Nope. Look at the snow lady doing snow lady things. Okay, I hear a scarab. I see a scarab. And... there's a somber 6. I still don't have a 7, 8, or 9. No, I do have a 7. So I just need an 8, which I think we can find down here. But for now, because there is... you can barely notice them through the fog, but right where my hat is, you can see the outline of another dragonkin soldier. And I don't want to go over there. I can't remember for the life of me. I really should have put more into my healing flasks. Wonder if this will work. Okay, let's do that, and then let's roll in it. Because that's a slower build-up, but it's also a less draining version of the Scarlet. Yeah, that's much better. See, the party icon already came up for summoning my let's do that, and that should be the last one that we have to put up. You know what? I don't know why I'm doing this, because now I have no health flasks. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to die terribly, but I'm going to do it. Come on, dude. Wake up. Oh, he's already going after my dude. That was easy enough. Very good. One less thing I got to worry about down here. Dragon Scale Blade is Excellent. I'm debating. Okay, well, the death tally doesn't have to come up yet. And we are close. We're close to the immunizing horn charm. There he is over there. Oh, now he... Oh, Lord, he coming. Never mind, you're going to be one of those. I'll take the Scarlet Rot. Okay, yeah, we don't have any healing, so I'm going to go back to the first bonfire. And I'm going to fix that. Because we do need to come back here. Right in, I think, this area. I'm not even going to chance it. We need more appropriate numbers in our flasks. Let's do 5 and 7 for now. And we're going to be heading back down to the southeast. Obviously, there's nothing going on over here. Yeah, we know that's not a precious item. That might be a smithing stone or something along those lines, but all right, let's go. We got our 8. That means we can get our katana up now, too. I might actually go do that real quick.
Well, I took you no match. Lay out your own.
Get you, and now we are good to go to max that out once we get a somber ancient dragon. I don't really want to max that out because it's like, I'll be going for a Prince Death Staff later on. And let's go back to the shore of the Lake of Rot. Yeah, down in that southeast portion, there is a ruin there. It has an armor piece on it that, when in conjunction with another, it ends up being a huge immunity boost. A warming stone, not even worth it. Sir, that is not nice, and I do not wish for you to follow me anymore. Look, free runes never hurt anybody. See, there's something over there, but I don't think that's what we're looking for. I do want to get that guy's attention. Good night, sir. What? You're beefy. Is there anybody else over there I need to worry about? I don't think so. Yeah, I know you see me, sir, but... yeah, that's all that was a golden rune. There's some ruins back there, I think, that they were talking about earlier. There's that for you, and I get a refill. Very good. Oh, that was wrong. There's a somber 7. I can see you. Alright, yeah, we're too far north right now. We need to keep going that way. Let's go, boys and girls. I do believe, yep, those would be the ruins over there. really wish I could ride my horse down here. Because my horse ain't afraid of jack. Is that going to be enough? Should be. Get a lesser version of it. And a somber 8. Let's save some MP there. It should be up there, but there's going to be a whole room of those frogs down there that we need to be very mindful of. Nothing worse than having to fight scarlet rot and instant death build up. Let's go. Ah, yeah. That's exactly how I wanted that to play out. Oh, that was dumb. And we got a refill. All right, let's get back out. I don't even know why I'm getting off of that. I don't need the crazy magics anymore anyway. There we go. Why don't you pick up the flowers? Because they're not mushrooms. Anyway, back across the beams here. Mushroom crown, perfect. And this kind of serves two purposes. One, if there is, I think, either poison or scarlet rot buildup in the area, your damage goes up. Mushrooms found growing all over the body. These overgrown mushrooms form a towering headpiece. Raises attack power when something nearby suffers from poison or rot. Long ago, great lords served the scarlet rot. Perhaps such fungal bodies served as their crowns. So if we go over here, obviously immunity goes way up. And it's fashionable. Oh my God. That is beautiful. All right, give me 1 second. I got to go take care of something real quick. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. Ended up needing some heartburn stuff. The curry just hit me harder than usual tonight. Here's what we're going to do. That actually has some pretty high immunity. $63. Oh, but that would make me way too heavy. Put those on. We have the worst mix and match fashion thing going on here. However, should elongate the time we can spend in the Scarlet Rot without actually picking it up. So, get back down here and let's get on the way. Our destination is over that way. There's a couple of items over here that we can pick up as long as we are out and about. I guess it really doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and... There we go. And now I wonder if it would be better to hop from here to there. There's really no platforms underneath. Yeah, there's no platforms underneath that. So what I might do is come in here, do this for a little bit, roll. And let's go. We got the lesser version of the Scarlet Rot. Before we head over that way, we're going to go pick up a Site of Grace real quick. There we go. Refill what we need to. And back out we go. Got an extra preserving bolus out of that. That building is our destination across the way, so we'll make our way out. And that is just a cookbook. So if you don't want it, you don't have to follow along and get it. But for collection purposes. And this gives you the ability to make a rod pot, rock grease, and some drawstring rock grease. Yeah, dung ahead. My point exactly. Anyway, that is done. About to get a little dangerous up in here. Have a little mini boss in this area that we have to take care of. However, I'm still going to go the extra flask on that one. I'm going to keep these on just because. Before you jump down into that little gap, you can come over here and hopefully the camera doesn't mess you up like it did for me. Get some free runes. And you can hop on down here. I've gotten multiple copies of those so far. Now here's the problem. The mini boss doesn't spawn until you go well into that little area over there. So I'm going to prep. I'm going to do that. I'm going to use a preserving bolus to be able to get out of there. And we get a golden seed out of it. Awesome. Perfect. And now our next destination will be up in that doorway. We got a whole group of pests that we can go through. And with that buff on, we should just be able to throw a charged. There, we got 2 at a time. There's 1. All right. We're sitting pretty. Oh, nothing over there. Perfect. Now, here's where I'm going to have to keep the death tally up. Because we're about to fight a major boss. That's okay. You go in a coffin. Same old, same old. You go down. And way down we go. Huh? This area is the bane of my existence. And I know I'm not ready because I don't have any more flasks or anything of the such. So this is going to be an automatic death. I can already assure you that. Let's go. Ouch. Oh, this is not going to be fun. Go after my dude. Ouch. Oh, crap. Oh, here we go again. I am in trouble. Oh, he's got me cornered. Oh, I beat him the first try. Ha 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 ha. Okay, well, I guess I don't owe anybody any money yet. Okay. Don't worry, I will. That's coming up fairly soon. How about that? Woof. Oh, I have enough to be able to make another flask. I have 13, which means I can make one more flask for the walkthrough. You get a total of 14 flasks, and you can go up to a total of plus 12 for your healing power. Yep, we'll do that. And also, one of the reasons why we went to go get that ring at the beginning of the walkthrough is because this would be blocked off if you didn't have it. And we'll be going upstairs to an extremely familiar area to you by now. I have enough to level up too. Awesome. We are now on the Moonlight Altar, which might not mean much of anything, but if you listen to the music in the background, it should be very familiar to you. We are now back in Liurnia, up on the plateau that we could not access before. There's a few things to do up here. A couple of them, absolute pain in the booties. For instance, this tower down here. Hate it. It's not completely difficult, but it's tedious and a little bit annoying. This Everjail up here is one of the banes of my existence because that is where the Black Knife Ringleader ashes are that you can get. It also means you have to fight a Black Knife Assassin to be able to get them, and that one is an absolute pain. Up this path, we'll be fighting a familiar adversary before we get into the church to finish up Ronnie's quest line. And then over here in the ruins, we can pick up another medallion. But before we get to this area, there are dragons that litter the countryside up here. And you need to be able to use these little beams to be safe. And trust me, you're going to want to be safe. Let's mark this. And we can level up. So I think what I want to do is continue putting stuff into intelligence. So that way we get little bumps to our... Let's cancel this out. I just want to see if this, because the absolute cap for anything on intelligence builds is pretty much 80 intelligence. So that's a 327. We could also do some more of this so that way we have more of a pool to go off of for. Now we also get attack power for our sword too. We'll go intelligence. Yep, so that does go up. Very good. We'll do those, and then we'll get our shield back on. And before we do absolutely anything in this area, I'm going to get that Spelldrake Talisman on. Take those off. I don't know how much that'll help, but we're still going to take it before we fight our little buddy up there. Up there, I mean. Oh, I just gave her the sword on accident. Crud. Yeah, I'm using a magic sword, so that's not really going to do much of anything to this poor thing, but... Every advantage with ouch. killing that dragon, you get a new spell. And enough to level up again, it looks like. So you also get a Dragon Heart and a Dula's Moonblade. Now if you come in here, you can go around and collect a whole ton of Starlight Shards. So if you're looking to do more with the puppets or anything like that, that is just fine. You can pick those up, spend them to your heart's content, or you could use them as MP regeneratives. For every second up to 2 minutes, it restores 2 MP per second. There we go. Anything out this way? Oh, mushroom. I see a mushroom. I pick a mushroom. You already know this. It's been like this since day one of the walkthrough. Here's another one over here. Okay, nothing behind the altar. We have a new point of grace. Let's get our lantern on because we're about to go do some spelunking. No danger to you here except for the falls. So just be careful going down. There we go. How mad do you think she's going to be when she sees me wearing her clothes? She's like, you've been through my things. As you can see, she's been just a little bit busy. The 2 fingers that she hates so much, the ones that kind of... Well, I'll let you see for yourself. Obviously, she really effed those up. And there is Ronnie.
So it was thee who would become my lord. Perhaps I needn't have warned thee. I am pleased, however. Thou art a fitting choice. I go now to the night sky. It is there I shall find mine order. I bid thee travel the path of the Lord, and once all is done, we shall see each other once more.
Your final little prize for doing all the good stuff. The Dark Moon Greatsword. That is Ronnie's quest line complete. And you can see all the wonderful messages. I'll appraise that. That's worth it. You're dumb as hell. This quest line is over. As long as we're down here, we can do this portion because there's a medallion down here, or a new talisman, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, jeez. My checklist has just been messing up in terms of where things go. It is a bit annoying. Let me check one thing. I just want to, because I have my thing already set up here. It's more, the medallion's kind of towards the center of the ruins, down some stairs. There's also one of those annoying revenants with the multiple arms and just goes absolutely insane whenever you try to hit it. Okay, yep. Let's see if we can... That is a bear. I do not wish to mess with a bear. There we go. One less thing we got to worry about. I'm glad I avoided that area because there is a revenant down there that will absolutely destroy you. The difficulty spike is real. And so is my utter lack of skill to try and beat it. Much easier to deal with if you have a heal spell, because that will completely throw it for a loop. All right, Cerulean Medallion is good. Yep, vastly raises maximum FP, which is good. Checking the sorcery here. Sorcery of Adula, the Glintstone Dragon, conjures a cold magic greatsword, then delivers a sweeping blow that launches a blade-like projectile of frost. The sorcery can be cast repeatedly. Adula, a devourer of sorcerers, was bested by Ranni and subsequently swore a knightly oath to her dark moon. So after getting beat, it swore fealty to Ranni. Awesome. Dark Moon Greatsword. A moon greatsword bestowed by a carrion queen upon her spouse to honor a long-standing tradition, one of the legendary armaments. Ranni's sigil is a full moon, cold and leaden, and this sword is but a beam of its light. There we go. Here's what I'll do. I'll see if I can make it without dying. That might not be a good way down because I see topography that is indicating that is not a safe way to go down. I'll still try it. That is a gorgeous view of a dog. I will appraise you, sir. Hello, dog. Actually, I'm not even so sure that this course of action is wise. However, I can at least come down here and pick up a site of grace, if I am not mistaken. Which I could very well be. Oh. Kind of want to stay out the middle of that whole mess. Okay, yeah, we could come this way. Great. I'm just going to discover this for now because we have a little bit of business up north. There we go. But just a quick little word of caution. If you decide to do this outside of the purvey of this walkthrough, if you read this, you are unable to rest at a site of grace until it is done. If you do not complete what it asks you to do, before you get the message saying the seal on the tower has been broken, and you rest at a site of grace, you will end up resetting the whole thing. You'll need to come back down, read this, and start the whole thing over again. Yuck. Nobody wants to do that. It's not so much hard as it is just tedious. Let me check where we're at here. We're at an hour and 12. Give me a second. Hour and 12 minutes is more than enough time for me to die multiple times up here. That's another thing. This won't be part of my walkthrough, but see where my hat is? Right on top of it, you can see a kind of pagoda. There's 3 of them up there. There is a red wolf of Radigan in that area, and he hits really friggin' hard. Like super friggin' hard. So don't be surprised if you do go for those, which in those pagodas are going to be some smithing stones. I think there's 6, 7s, and 8. If I'm remembering correctly. I don't have it as part of my checklist though, but if you beat him, you won't have to worry about it. He's the only thing that's down there, and then you have free reign to go pick those things up. However, because I am a chicken poop, yes, I'm not going to do that, at least not yet. Instead, we're going to be up in this area. There are 3 dragons up here. And they can cause a little bit of a hassle for you if you try to run through. Should only need a couple of healing. No, I don't need to do that yet. we're not going to actually we're not going to be using magic, but we are going to be utilizing FP. So I'll just turn that into a emergency cerulean and crimson. Distance, power, and distance, power, and magic. There we go. We don't need those. Our bow game is weak. However, not much I can do about that. I went the completely wrong way. I need to go this way. And you can see over here you have 1, 2, 3 dragons. And the problem is if one ends up setting off another, all 3 of them would be after you, and then you're using that perch over there for safety, and that's the only friggin' safety you're ever gonna have. My cat is trying to burrow. Get back. Oh, and he just hit another dragon. kind of safe up here as long as we are in a... How much damage do we do? Well, you do more, but we do way more. I need to fall save. Thank you. Oh boy. That's the situation I was worried about being in. Good, now you're where you need to be. That was just poor placement on that. Really? Alright, well, there's one. And just keep in mind that whenever you beat up on a dragon, they never come back. So that one's still asleep over there. Yeah, I will not have enough arrows to take care of that. And since we can pull up our map, that means he is not hostile. So I'll put a marker there. Let's go back and do a refill. Oh, we got another level up. Cool. Kind of putting this stuff in a willy-nilly right now. I'm not sure if I'm... at this point, I can do a respec later. Let's just keep doing intelligence. I'm fine with that. What are we at now? We're at 125? Yeah, we're at 125. That might actually be good for the evening. See, I know I got 2 more dragons to go here. I at least got that marked as a safe spot. Shoot skis. I almost forgot about giving him that. Oh, we have up to 6 for our ghost glove warts. So if we get 1 more, we'll get up to 7, 8, and 9. And then all we would need then is a great ghost glove wart to max out whatever I needed at that point. Which, that's awesome. I just can't justify going back and doing more of the same dragon stuff right now. That's something I can do tomorrow night when the wife goes off and works for the twins. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But in the meantime, I will prep. Go back to the Church of Ella.
Always a pleasure.
And let's top off. There, we got all of our arrows.
Goodbye. Nice to do business.
Always good to see you, bud. Let's go back to the Moonlight Altar and we will set up shop for tomorrow. Because those 2 dragons can be a pain in the butt. Yeah, we'll do that. I know, it's like hour and a half. You can do a lot in an hour and a half, but then once you get to the more, I don't know, engaging stuff, when you're right at the end of that limit, it's like, dang it, I'll just save that for tomorrow. So that's where we're at. I'm going to make sure to annotate where I am at in my progress. Oops. Nope, it is not there. 0 death tally for tonight, which I don't know how it didn't happen against Estelle, but we locked out. That's a good thing. All right, what item is that? I am on item number 1414. Yeah. Perfect. Continue on 1414. Beat up 2 remaining dragons. Perfect. And with that, we will call it an evening. If you ended up coming in to watch live, thank you very much for joining. If you're watching this at a later date, also, thank you for joining. Very much appreciate you getting eyes on the cause that we are trying to raise money for. And hopefully you enjoyed yourself in the process. If you did not, no refunds. I assure you, There will be plenty of deaths tomorrow because we are going to take care of the dragons first, and then we're going to go up to that Everjail. And if any of you understand who I'm about to go against, you already know that I'm going to be cussing like crazy. So I haven't done it earlier in the walkthrough because I was thinking, okay, maybe more deaths, maybe more of this. And for some reason, it just hasn't materialized. I think I haven't kept a tally of how many times I've died yet. But it hasn't been anywhere near as numerous as I predicted it would be by this point. Practice runs, Estelle gave me multiple problems, died about 7 times, and in this run through, I died 0 times. The Baleful Shadow was expecting him to bum rush me because I was doing whatever. I don't know what happened, but he did not want to approach me. He did not want to fight. He did not take any shots. He just let me with the Night Comet, and that was that. I think the only problem I've really had in this walkthrough was starting out against the ulcerated tree spirit. And that was down in one of the heroes' graves at the beginning of the game. So, trust me, deaths are coming. There's no question about it. It's just a matter of how many at this point. So, stay tuned. You're going to be able to tell me how much I sucked very soon. I promise. In the meantime, I hope you have a great night. Or if you're watching this during the day, obviously, have a great morning, have a great day, afternoon, whatever you're going to do. And stay safe out there. Thank you all for coming by, and we will talk to you again probably tomorrow night. See you later.